Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This your girl, Monique Massey Jefferson, live in the building one more time for another amazing episode of C on the B side where the groove lives. Hey! So, this week was a week, you know what I'm saying? And, we had to vote, we had to turn up. It was blessed last week. Met one person who is 105 at the polls. And if she could turn up, we ain't got no excuses. She even pulled up in one of them uh special handy ride cabs so she could make it there. And so if she could make it there in her wheelchair at 105, you gotta imagine the things that she's seen in her life. When she was growing up 105 years ago. 105? Man, 105 years ago, even 100 years ago, when she should have been, when most of us were in pre-K. And that's 1924. Imagine what was going on for Black people. Jim Crow was not only in the South, but it was in the North. There was a migration from the South to the North. There was a migration to the West for better opportunities. But then there was a thing in the Bible Belt, um, steel industry was really booming, and they were actually taking people because of Jim Crow laws, and young men and young women couldn't be outside after dark. A lot of times we often wonder why our elders always say be in the house by the street lights. Back in the day, these new kids, they just do whatever they want to and then get mad when they have repercussions. But a lot of the reasons why we're in by the street lights is because at night there were people who were getting kidnapped and killed. Um, a lot of the elders in her age don't swim because they were using babies as crocodile bait. And a lot of times they were hanging Black folks by the trees and they were taking pictures. And so if you look in the attics of some of American homes, um, in these old houses, you'll find a postcard with a Black body on a tree, burnt or hanging, and you'll see white people hanging around taking pictures. And that's where the term picnic came from. And then they were taking Black people and they were locking them up for loitering. And if they caught you, you could be minding your own business. You can be coming home from work, but they didn't care. And so back then, they might like make $2 a month doing regular work, hard labor, but regular work. And so when they got caught, the bond was like $50. And there's a book called Slavery by Another Name that I read in college. Dr. Allen's class, Black History at Alabama A&M, and it details how men and women would be just minding their business, and then the police would come and arrest them for loitering. Um, Sharecroppers were not allowed to sell their goods after dark. Same reason they would get locked up, and then they would come up missing and never come back because the sheriffs and the judges were in cahoots in Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? And what they were doing in Florida, and what they were doing is they would, because they didn't have slave labor anymore, they would put these people in chicken coops and lock them up. And they would say, hey, I'll pay their bond just like they would before when they were going to the slave auction. They would, these landowners would go to the courthouse and they would buy someone's bond. and then they would put them in prison or have them do work on the chain gang, which is where that comes from. Yep, that's from us too. Um, and how they treated black people. And it's funny because they say that we don't deserve reparations, but this young lady, 105 years old, was around when when that was going on. My great aunt is 95, and people would they would say the bond is $50. And you got to think, if you're only making $2 a month, how long is it going to take you to make $50? And so a lot of people have missing uncles and aunts that actually got arrested for just being black and outside after dark, or black and outside and not having something to do. Um, and then she was alive during the civil rights movement. And to see our people get voting rights and different liberties, and to see poll taxes where black people used to have to pay $2 just to vote. And again, at that time, they might have been making maybe $150 a month. And there was a choice. $2 could have been them feeding their kids for a couple of days. Um, Eggs and bread were pennies, nickels, dimes. So $2 was a significant chunk of budget when your whole monthly budget is $150 and you got to pay rent and lights and everything. And then she survived the gang wars and the crack epidemic and Vietnam and all of these wars, Korea, Vietnam, all of the Gulf War, all of those things, to see her children and grandchildren, great grandchildren have to go through all these things, to see Barack Obama as the first black president for 2 terms, and now to be able to vote for Kamala Harris. And at the end of the day, a lot of people saying, well, she ain't black, her Jamaican ain't black. Now, Jamaican was black last week. Jamaicans was black all before. All of them Jamaicans who are in hip hop show was black. Busta Rhymes and everybody else was black. The Trinidadians, all of them was black. That any of them that didn't speak English, and the Puerto Ricans in hip hop was black until it came time. So y'all can cut that out. But at the end of the day, for her to be able to vote not only for a biracial person of color, but to be able to vote for a woman for the second time that looked like her. Because what people don't remember is in the 70s, Shirley Chisholm ran for president as the first black woman to run for president. Um, and so when you look at it, for her to say, I'm the first Southeast Asian to run for president, it is the truth because she is part of that community as well. But Shirley Chisholm was the first black woman, so Kamala can't claim that. But she can say the first person of Southeast Asian descent because she is half. And I need y'all to stop doing the weirdo wonky math because you want people to be black when they don't want to be black. And then when they do want to be black, you don't want to be black. Y'all stop. Come on. Let's bless the Lord and do right. Vote right. And remember that at the end of the day, if you don't vote, you can't complain. If you don't do your civic duty, don't complain because you didn't even participate. Amen. Ha! So we gonna dig into this wonderful music. This wonderful music. And we're gonna take it back a little bit. So this young man by the name of Jack Ross, he took that song So Into You and remixed it. And this is the thing. We've been seeing a lot of people remixing songs that suck. You can't sing. That was a horrible remix. You just doing something. But this young man can play and he can sing. So I want y'all to take note. And if y'all gonna do a remix and steal somebody's stuff, one, get authorization. Because copyright infringement is real. And you will have to pay that bread. Ask Puffy and Nicki Minaj. And Puffy is paying $5,000 a day to Sting. Huh, for copyright infringement. You're gonna learn today. So do it well if you're gonna do that thing. Come on now. And listen to Jack Ross. So into you. On C on the V side where the groove lives. On VTV television, MOMJmusic.com, and Monique Massey Jefferson YouTube. Check it out. Let it sizzle in your playlist.
With every passing moment, thoughts of you run through my head. Every time that I'm near you, I realize that you're heaven sent.
Come on.
Oh, I think you're truly something special. Just what my dreams are really made of. Let's stay together, you and me, girl. There's no one like you around.
There's nobody like you.
No.
No one.
No one like you around, babe. Oh,
Let's go.
'Cause I really like what you done to me. I can't really explain it. I'm so into you. I really like what you done to me, babe. I can't really explain. I'm so into you. Might be the way that you hold me. Could be the things that you say. Oh, I'm not too sure what it is, girl, but I know I like feeling this way. No, I think you truly something special. Just what my dreams are really made of. Let's stay together, you and me, girl. There's no one like you around. I really like what you done to me. I can't really explain it. I'm so into you. I really like what you done to me, babe. I can't really explain. I'm so into you. Really like what I feel when I'm with you. You're a dream come true. Don't you ever leave my side, 'cause it feels so right there. I really like what you done to me. I can't really explain it. I'm so into you. I really like what you done to me, babe. I can't really explain. I'm so into you.
Jack Ross.
You.
G-Nice. Dog Child. Here we go.
I'm so into you, girl. I'm so into you.
Let it breathe.
And we are back. I told y'all, man, you better sing, young. Sing, young man. You better sing. He did a great job. Make sure y'all check him out on all streaming platforms and add him to your playlist. He's got some amazing music out. Oh, want to definitely give a shout out to the Music and Movie Awards in DC. I am so blessed to be honored as a nominee for See on the B side. Got nominations for our podcast. And we thank you, Mr. Bruce Odoms, and um just thank you all for the nominations and the votes. Y'all do have time to go and check it out. Go to my Facebook page. The link is on the page, or you can go to MAMAawards.com. It's the DC Music and Movie Awards to vote for See on the B side, where the groove lives. So next up, we're gonna take it back with an old school fella who sang his face off. And listen, if your mama was in high school in the 90s and your daddy was in high school in the 90s, he's probably the reason why you're here. See, my parents, they had Luther, they had Teddy P, we had D'Angelo, baby. We had Silk. We had H-Town. We had Tyrese and we had some good stuff. Boys to Men. We had some good stuff. And so D'Angelo has come back around and he has refreshed his song Real Love on See on the B side where the groove lives. On VTV Television, MOMJmusic.com, and Monique Massey Jefferson on all streaming platforms.
Te quiero, mis ojos son solo para ti, mi corazón está en tus manos. Mírame a los ojos, ve lo que mi alma quiere dar, ve lo que mi alma quiere dar. Te invito de mi profundidad, recibir más de lo que imaginas, recibir más de lo que imaginas.
We are back. We are back. We are back. So listen, I told y'all, D'Angelo ain't no joke. Listen, if it wasn't for D'Angelo, baby, a lot of us, 90s teens, them y'all next generation wouldn't even been here. We was trying to be grown. With I want some of your real sugar. Yeah, so that's how it started, and then it went all the way in. But y'all make sure y'all check out this brother on all streaming platforms and just feel real 90s R&B. I miss it, and I'm so glad they're coming back. Um, Want to give a special shout out to the Music and Movie Awards in DC. Again, thank you so much for the nominations. We got myself, Monique Massey Jefferson, for the host category. Music video, Can I Touch You? Author, writer, script, Monique Massey Jefferson. Radio podcast, See You on the B side. And television and web category, See You on the B side. So if you go to mawards.com and vote, you can only vote one time, so there's no cheating. But give us a shout out in those categories, and we greatly appreciate you. So next up, we have these commercials, and then we're going to go to an amazing young man from Baltimore, Charlotte, gentleman, amazing saxophonist by the name of Brent Birckhead, and his song is The Morning on C on the B side, where the groove lives. back.
back.
Listen,
We
when I
are
tell you
back.
that
See,
song
I
was
told
so
you. The
beautiful,
young man
and
said he
there's a
want to get it
lot of
together
people getting
like
killed. There's a
sugar
lot of gun
water and
violence in all of our
lemonade.
cities,
Hey,
and the thing that we
listen.
often forget
So make sure you
are the
guys tap in,
mothers
tune in, check out
and
all
the
these amazing
fathers
artists
and the
on all
grandmothers
streaming
and the
platforms.
aunties and the
Log in with them
children
on the social media so you
who
can
now
find their
have an
wonderful
empty
music,
home,
find
the
out when they're
sisters and the
touring,
brothers,
and
when we lose a life, a young
enjoy
life,
good
to gun
music.
violence or any violence.
Thank you all for
So
joining us today on See
the
on the
word
B
says that we
side where
should
the
love our
groove
neighbor
is,
as we
and we will
love
see you
ourselves.
again next week
And I just
on
believe that if we start treating each other like
Wednesday
we would
on my
ourselves, the world will be
YouTube
a better
channel,
place.
Monique
So
Massey
thank y'all for
Jefferson,
tuning in, tapping
on
in. Make
Facebook
sure if you have
Live,
new music to send it
Monique
to
Massey Jefferson,
CYA on the
and
B side
find us
at
on BTV
gmail.com.
television
Remember, no
on
liquor, no making and no
Thursdays
cussing,
at
and
5:30
we'll
p.m.
spotlight you. Thank you
We
so much for
love
your
you.
time. We
And
love you, and we will
if you
see you
have any new
next
music,
week.
please make sure you
Same bad
tune in,
time,
tap
same bad
in, and
channel.
send it
Y'all be
in
blessed on
to
VTV Television,
CYA on the B side at
MOMJmusic.com, and
gmail.com.
my
Make
YouTube
sure it's
channel, Monique
clean, no
Massey Jefferson.
liquor, no
Make sure
liquor,
y'all like, love, and
and
share
we
it,
got you.
and bless
Y'all be
somebody's day.
blessed. And we'll see you
And
on
we
the
are
B side
back,
where
we
the
are
groove
back, we are
lives.
back. Listen, when I tell you that.